Looks like my neighbor or somebody did some cutting over here in front of this old kura, and this one was originally part of my property, but from what I was told by the real estate agent, my property actually ends right here, which is where my big kura is located. See, there's the house, the big 2-story kura, and then he said my property actually ends right here. If I want that, then I have to work out a deal with the current owner. My neighbor over there, he actually told me this right here should belong to me. He thinks that I can just use it and whatever, but according to the agent, it's not mine. The other thing is, when I came up here, since all of this has been cut, I noticed that there's a stone here, and you can see under the stone there's water coming out, there's a drain there, and it's going down. And I was kind of wondering, where does it go? Because actually that goes down to the front of my house. So I'm kind of curious, because right in front of my house where the wall is, there is no drain. There's no water running along the wall here. You can see right down there is where my spring is and my salamanders. But between there and here, there's no water. So I was kind of curious about this. I haven't noticed this before. It comes down to here and it just kind of disappears into the ground right there. There appears to be a large drain that just goes down deep, old concrete grate on top of it. There's a lot of debris here. Grass is now growing on top of it, but there's also a lot of dead grass and mud and dirt here. And it appears that there are concrete grates for water to drain in here. My guess is that it's coming out over here because I can hear water. It doesn't look like it right now because of all the grass, but these are rice paddies right there, the lighter green, and out there, these are like rice paddies. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Right in here, there's some kind of drain, some kind of water coming out. And there's another spot down here. I can kind of hear it, the water coming out over there too. So it's my guess, this drain goes under the street right here and then comes out there. Good thing is that if I need to, I can tap into that to get some water out of the backyard. I didn't bring my key. My apartment key and my bicycle key are together, and I haven't put that keychain together with my keys to this house yet. I don't know why I haven't done that, but I left and I came all the way out here without my key. It's no big deal for the back door because I know how to open it without the key, but the front gate, the double gate, is locked right now and I can't open it without the key. So that means I have to walk through the grass here and through my kura to get inside. Okay, it was a little difficult to get through the bamboo there, but I made it. That's the side door I was able to open. The Chinese couple that came out before to get some scrap metal, they didn't have a key to the gate, so whenever they left, they just closed up the side door for me. So I had to open that to get in here. This is just an earth floor on the first floor of the kura. It is a nice wooden second floor, and there's the stair right over there. But a lot of the stuff that I'm going to pull out of the kitchen and pull out of the house for trash, I'm going to bring it out here and use this as kind of a staging area, because I did actually a lot in here to kind of clean it up to make some room. But the crazy part is right inside the entrance here, look at all this grass. I cut all of that. That was before I got really sick and I had no energy to even walk out here. By the time I got here, you know, it's like this now. It's amazing how fast it can grow. This is the inside of the front gate. It's got the lock, like I said, on the other side, so I can't get in. But I did want to show you this. You remember the well here that's not a well. It's just a water cistern. It's for holding water. It had this lid on it, and it used to have a pump, and the pump would was connected to the house. That would feed the kitchen sink, which was right on the other side. It's gone now. And the spigots and things like that. The bathhouse was on a separate water system. Right now, man, this bag is heavy. I really want to get rid of it. I'm about to carry all this to the back door, get it in the house. Holy cow, look at how much this grass has grown up. Well, there's my backyard, folks. Yeah. Hey everyone, just a quick word to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, then thank you very much. If you haven't, I would appreciate your support. It really helps me out. Thank you. Wow, it's just in a short few months, it's just turned into a jungle again. Let me put that down. Oh! Ow. Man, whew, that's tough. There is a steady flow of water coming in there. You see how it's filling up? It's already filled up right here, all the way up to the concrete. That's why this stuff grows so fast and why it's so hard to cut. It stays, you know, these big clumps and these big things that I talked about in one of my other videos. This is why this whole area back here just becomes like wetlands, like a wildlife preserve. Whenever it rains like this, and it does rain heavy out here, it rains really heavy out here, it's like there's a river flowing right into my backyard. It comes right up here. Look at this. Wow, it almost reached the house this time. This grass is nuts, and I cut it all the way down to the ground. Look at it now. It's almost covering the doors. My gosh. Let me finish pointing this out so we can go inside. There's some other stuff I want to show you. Here's what I'm proud of. A lot of the cutting and the clearing that I've done, getting all of the grass and the mud off the concrete, away from the house. Have you noticed all of this is completely dry? Everything up here close to the house is completely dry. On the side over here, the water got really close. You can see how much higher it got. It came really close to that plate right there. But one of the reasons why there was so much damage, so much rot on some of these boards, not over here so much, but mainly on the other side of the house, was because it had been neglected for a long time, and all of the mud, the dirt, and the grass was just building up closer and closer to the house. And then whenever it would rain real heavy like this, which it does really, really often in this area, the water would just come up and get all over the wood. It would just rot it out. And over here, it's not so bad on this back side because there's such a long space between here and the house. And I don't know if you can tell, but they've got a nice slope, so it kind of stays away. But when I came here before, the dirt, the mud, the grass, and everything was up here. And so I would imagine that when it rained, all the water would get up here on the wood of the house, which, of course, you definitely don't want. Down here, it's starting to creep up again. Sadly, all of this has gotten wet again. And even though I cleared out all of this mud and junk here, it's built back up a little bit. And so now the water is encroaching again upon the house. I'm not real concerned about it though, because I know that all of this stuff here has to be replaced anyway. The good thing is that most all the way around the house where I did this clearing, the water is not touching the wood. Most of the wood over here has been dry and there's no rot. It just needs to be cleaned up. So I'm glad that I was able to keep this water away. All right, now I've got these. These are bug smoke bomb killers. And you just put a little water in them and set them in the house and leave. They fill up the house with smoke. They're supposed to not only kill the bugs, but keep them away. And I was going to do all 6 of these, but I think now I'll just do 3. I'll do one in here, and maybe one in the kitchen. And then I will head out the door and go to the cafe. I realize these things require water, and I don't have any water here. So I'm actually going to take one of these bottles out and get some fresh water. Okay, so these were the instructions. Open a can, take the lid off, which is this. put 22 milliliters of water in the bottom, which is not much. Put the can back in, snap the lid back on, and then you can go. Easy. I'm already starting to smell it, so I'm gonna let that be. I put this in the main room where I found the katana, so that's where we'll start. It's interesting because it actually gets quite warm. Wow. That actually does get quite warm. Interesting, all I did was add water. Well, I need to get out of there. Okay, next room, right in here, in between the Butsudan room and this room. I'm going to put this one right here. This time I'll show you how I do it. I think that'll work. Okay, so first just got to open it right here. Okay, next pop this off, and then take the lid off. Lots of plastic and trash. I don't know what this is, doesn't say anything about it, so I just put it to the side. Empty container, put it there. First you're supposed to put that, just fill it up to that line. Oops, maybe a little too much. Pour some back in the bottle right quick. Okay, that's fine. Right there. Then it says to open this. Okay. Here you go. This side here is up. There's a side on the bottom, looks like it has some type of filter to absorb the water. This goes down into the water. So first you put that inside like that. You can hear it sizzling a little bit. And then this piece you snap back on the top. It's going to start smoking pretty quick. I'm going to set that right there. And just, you can hear it sizzling. Yep, there it goes. That quick. It's that easy. Okay. This one is going in here. I'm going to go put another one in there and then head out. Here we go. Time to leave. Bye-bye, Vera. See you again soon. Bye-bye, Vera River. And bye-bye, Ike Pond. My own private pond. Private stream. Pretty crazy. Walk you out. You can see what I cut. A path through here. See a lot of the roof tiles that I've saved. Let me tell you something interesting, if you'd like to know. I've got a lot of these old sake bottles, many of them just lying around. Lots and lots of them, crates and crates of these sake bottles. Some of them still have corks, and some of them still have bottle caps on them. I haven't found any that are actually full. That would be amazing. There's no telling what that would be worth. But the cool thing is that since they haven't been open in a really long time, I can still sell them. There are people that in Japan that like to buy these bottles that are still closed. It's just so they can pop them open and smell. You know what it smells like. The old smell from a long time ago. So I might be able to sell some of these. Pretty interesting, huh? I think so. Yeah, there's another one right by the door that's closed. My sensei told me about that. I think that's quite interesting. All of this stuff here, you remember earlier when I showed you where the water's draining. I cut as much of this down as I could. I was able to finish cutting all of this in front of the house, which looks nicer. See you, Vida. Yeah.